is Otis Forbes, and I am the independent candidate for Sinans. And why should you vote independent? Because then you will get a voice speaking for common sense in how we deal with our economy, how we deal with our budget, and how we deal with taxes. You may not realize this, but the privatizing of the government agencies, like the corporation Patelco, resulted in a shortfall of cash flow for the government. We sold BTC or Patelco at a $200 million price tag. In the first year, Cable and Wireless, when they acquired BTC, made $500 million out of the Bahamas. Okay, that is $500 million now that we have to account for, that we have to now find the shortfall. And how do we find the shortfall? We have to borrow for it. BTC was operating, BEC was operating at a 5 to 7% uh, uh, deficit. Yet we turned around, hired a company to run BTC, which you have to pay and subsidize. So if you're running at a deficit, why would you now uh, give that entity away essentially to a private person to manage, which you have to pay for, with the logic being that you're saying that hiring them is going to reduce the deficit? Even if the deficit were reduced, what you have to pay them will still leave you in a deficit. And that's what's happening with Pike right now. On top of that, we're trying to totally get rid of BEC by this group, which I will name in another video, that was supposed to partner with Pike. Then you will have another shortfall because you have hundreds of millions of dollars now will not be going into the public purse, be going into private hands. And the members of the Progressive Liberal Party and the members of the Free National Movement seem to be all in for this. Why? Because then they get to subscribe to the IPO that will form that company. So they benefit, but you, the utility consumer, you don't benefit. And plus now you have to raise taxes to make up for that shortfall that you were getting from this corporation. Okay, we sold the Arawak, we gave away the Arawak port to essentially 4 Bay Street families. They got to keep their land. I will talk about that a little bit more in another video. This is where we are. These are the things I've been saying for the last 12 years. Okay? These are the things that are making your life more difficult because the government is not acting within the best interest of the citizen, but rather in the best interest of its clique. And so I would say to you on May 12th, vote independent if you want to see a difference and you want a voice that speaks these things and tries to correct some of these things that have been done. Thank you. Vote Otis Forbes. St. Anne's.